Okay, class, if I could get your attention, please. It feels like the year just started, but it's over already. And before you all leave for one last time, I would just like to say I'm very proud of you all. It's been an amazing semester, and you've all worked very hard to get where you are. Also, it looks like... Yup, everyone passed. Although some of you were very close, you know who you are, but it doesn't really matter now. And, oh, that's the bell, everyone. You're all free to leave, and I hope all of you have an amazing summer. Actually, you hold on. I need to talk with you for a second. Yeah, let's just wait until everybody's gone so we can have some privacy. You know what's one thing a professor will never admit? Come on, try and guess. Nice guess, but it's actually something else. You see, a professor will never admit it, but we learn just as much from the students as you guys learn from us. Yeah, I understand. It sounds silly, but it's true. Still don't believe me? Well, for instance, I wouldn't know anything about pop culture without my students. Even though I'm young, I'm fairly disconnected from all of that. And while that stuff may not seem important to you, it is to me. But sometimes teachers can learn other things from students. It can get quite dull as a teacher sometimes, and students can make things interesting. Students like you. I knew the second you'd walked into class that you'd be one hell of a student. You've consistently gotten top 5 on every test in class, and you've turned in every assignment on time. You never miss class, and you often stay in my class afterwards if you have any questions or just need a place to study. You're the perfect student, but I was surprised to hear that despite being such a great student, you don't let that get in the way of fun. In fact, you frequently go out partying with friends on weekends. You have the perfect balance between the school and party life aspects of a college student. It's really amazing. An all-A student who still goes partying. How do I know that? Well, for one, I have access to your school records so I can see your grades, and for the more private information, many students are willing to tell me or look into stuff for a little bit of extra credit on the side. Isn't that unfair? No, of course not. See, at the moment, they were merely completing an assignment I gave them. It's only fair I give them a little extra credit. Plus, they were doing what I mentioned earlier. Teaching me about you. Why am I telling you all this? Well, of course, that's the number one question, huh? But it has a quite simple answer. See, I've grown quite fascinated with you, if you couldn't already tell. With the way you work and learn, with the way you interact with your peers and teachers. To me, you are the subject, and I want to learn more. That's why I want you to go on a date with me. Hey, don't look so shocked. I might get offended. Why not? Listen, I know we're both single, so that can't be the problem. I'm only a few years older than you. Nothing that isn't out of the ordinary, so that shouldn't be the problem. But I'm your professor? Actually, as of the bell ringing, I'm not anymore. I work at the school you attend. We would merely be two young adults going out on a date with each other. I know you haven't said yes yet, but you will. How do I know that? First of all, you haven't said no yet. And secondly, well, let's just say I have my methods. One thing I found especially interesting was why you came into my class to get help. Because the thing is, you didn't need my help at all. Like I said, you're one of the smartest students I've ever had the honor to teach. So why did you come into my class? Well, I didn't know until one day when you came in to study and all you could do was sneak glances at me while you doodled on a sheet of paper. think I wouldn't notice? Don't look so embarrassed. I'm completely okay with it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be asking you on this date. But face it, you're obsessed with me. And lucky for you, it goes both ways. So, what do you say, huh? I can take us somewhere nice, fine dining, sushi, you name it, and I'll take you there. No? What do you mean, no? You still think it's wrong? What, for us to date? Of course it's not wrong. What do you mean? We can be perfect for each other. Who cares what's right and wrong? Yes, we could be judged, but it doesn't matter. It wouldn't be a problem with the school since you aren't taking any of my classes next semester. There's no way I could alter your grade from bias. You don't have me next semester, but you had me this semester. Actually, turns out I haven't submitted grades yet. Listen, if you don't want to go on a date with me, that's fine. But you would also be failing this class. And you need this credit to graduate, don't you? Actually, maybe they'll make you retake this class. Wouldn't that be poetic? That's unfair. And I'm lying? What's so unfair about it if you fail the final exam, which I haven't submitted grades for yet? You see, this is what will happen if you reject the date. Didn't I tell you I had some stuff up my sleeve? That's a blackmail. Well, yes, it might be, but don't worry, I can't be caught. The school needs me. So if you go to the dean about this, they would take my word over yours. How about you just take this as an excuse to go out with me? It's perfect, isn't it? Tell yourself you're being blackmailed by your professor, which isn't wrong, to be fair. Remember, I said we can go somewhere nice. They pay me quite well, and I haven't had much to spend on, so we could even go 5-star if you'd like. So, what do you say? How about the date?